If you're thinking about getting a divorce and you need alimony, don't panic. All states have laws there to help people like you. In this video, I'm going to tell you the 3 most important subjects you need to focus on in order to be successful in getting alimony in your divorce case. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Hi, my name's Robin Grain. I've been in the divorce business for nearly 20 years. I'm a divorce coach, a divorce mediator. I used to be a divorce attorney, and I'm a divorced mom with 2 adult kids. I am here to help you figure out the best ways to transition like I did from a married person to a happy, successful, single person. Before we get started, hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell. We got a lot of great content coming out and I'd hate for you to miss it. The first subject that we need to talk about is the law. If you are getting divorced or even considering getting divorced and you know you need alimony because you don't make enough money to support yourself, you need to get a handle on what your individual state will provide for you. All states have alimony laws. What's the best way to find out what the law is? Of course, call a lawyer. Don't get scared that just because you call a lawyer, you're going to spend $1 million in court. You're not. You're going to have your specific questions prepared. You're going to go to the attorney and you're going to use your time wisely. It is worth the money. You could also call a mediator in your state, but make sure that that mediator is also a lawyer and that that mediator understands money. By the way, not all attorneys really understand money either. So you're going to want to vet that lawyer out or vet that mediator out by asking these 2 questions. How much alimony do you think I will get? And how long do you think I'm going to be able to continue receiving the alimony? How much and how long? Those are your key questions. The alimony laws vary from state to state. Some states have formulas which are strictly applied. Some states have formulas which may or may not be applied depending on the circumstances. Some states have generous alimony formulas. Some states not so much. You need to find out what you are looking at. Even in states where the formula is not strictly applied, however, there is always what I call a culture of the courthouse. In other words, if you talk with an attorney or a mediator that's been around for a while, they're going to have a good feel for how courts normally decide alimony in a case like yours with financial circumstances like you have. Again, what are we looking at? How much and how long? If you don't want to see an attorney or a mediator and you want to collect your information about alimony law in your state from the internet, I got 2 rules for you. First of all, make sure you're only looking at information for your state. Second of all, only read blogs and articles written by professionals that know the law. Lawyers and mediators who are also lawyers. Okay? If you get your information from forums, Quora, Reddit, chat rooms, wherever you might be looking for information, it's probably going to be incorrect. Lawyers will tell you not to get your information from the internet. But let me tell you, who do you think is writing the blogs on the lawyers' websites? The lawyers. So the information will not necessarily be wrong. There will just be missing pieces right about where it says, call me for more information. So be careful, but there is good stuff out there, at least to get you started. The second important subject that you need to focus on when you're considering a divorce where alimony is going to be necessary for you is expenses. You need to have a handle on what your expenses are. There are many budget worksheets on the internet, which, whether they're for divorce or not, they are going to help you categorize what your expenses are. You want to be level-headed and not emotional. This is a math problem, okay? You need to not pad those numbers too much, but you also need to not be too skimpy. You need to consider there might be some emergencies, such as a car repair, but you don't want to put down 2 weeks of vacation every year either. If you have children, as much as possible, you're going to want to have a separate expense sheet for them. Obviously, if you have mortgage or rent to pay and the kids are going to be living with you, you can't really break that apart, but extracurricular activities, piano lessons, travel registration, or soccer registration, or tutoring for the children, have that be on a separate budget worksheet. The third and last subject I'm going to share with you today that you need to focus on if you're getting divorced and you know that you need alimony is to be nice. Put yourself in your spouse's shoes. You are now asking for money, and in exchange, your spouse is essentially getting nothing. You might not feel that way, but chances are they do. So you can get more, you can catch more flies with sugar than with vinegar. This applies in alimony. If you perhaps have not showed your spouse as much appreciation as he or she might have wanted to receive for going to work every day, when perhaps, yes, you were home with the kids, but you weren't out there earning a buck, now's the time to show the appreciation. If showing appreciation is something that just makes you sick, don't do it. You don't want to come off as a big phony. That's not going to work either. But if you do have even a modicum of appreciation for your spouse being the breadwinner, now's the time to let them know. Know that when you are negotiating alimony, you want to be focused on today and not tomorrow. It's really the yesterdays that get alimony negotiations all whipped up and nasty. So remember, this must-do topic area to focus on is be nice. So if you focus on today and you focus tomorrow, yes, there's going to be fear. That's understandable. But it's not necessarily going to make you get out of that being nice mode like focusing on the past. You also want to show that you are making an effort to financially contribute to the family. Just about anybody can make something. So if you can demonstrate that you're making some sort of an effort to look for work or get trained or get your education so that you can get back to work, whatever it is, chances are your spouse is going to be more generous. I've seen that over and over and over again in my 20 years in the divorce business. So that's a form of being nice because you're showing that you too are interested in contributing. Let me recap the 3 most important subjects you need to focus on if you are getting divorced and you need alimony. 1, learn the law in your state. 2, be prepared with the expenses that you have so you know what to ask for. 3, be nice. I hope I've been able to help you in getting focused for your alimony negotiations. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell, because we have a lot of great content coming out. Also, I love comments and questions. I promise, if you ask me a question down below, I'll answer it. Take care. Good luck.